Hello everybody, and what's up? This is Bloodfencer talking, and welcome to another episode of Bloodborne. And now I'm doing this with a gesture. Well, the problem with this right now is during the recording, I actually forgot to enable the microphone recording in my software, so it wasn't actually recording anything. So I'm doing some post commentary now, which is also fine because I already went through the trouble of cutting out all of the loading screens. So this should be more or less a smooth ride. At the beginning, I was just talking a little bit about how the shield is actually a pretty good option for the boss fight we're about to enter. And I don't know what else I was talking about. Oh yeah, last episode, Martyr Logarius kicked our ass repeatedly, and one of the reasons was I actually had my eye rune on me instead of the arcane lake rune, and there I jump into the water, murdering myself, and encountering Rom the vacuous spider for the very first time. And I've decided to go with my sword, the Ludwig's Holy Blade, on this one, just because, well, the Hunter's Axe, I put that one blood gem on it that actually increases your damage against beasts, and I've noticed that all of my really strong runes are actually all on this sword, so it's the perfect side weapon, and I have actually no idea why I wasn't using it the entire time. So, about this boss fight, Rom in the first stage is just very docile. He doesn't attack you at all, and once you initiate the fight, he doesn't do anything to initiate the fight. He's completely non-aggressive. Once you hit him a couple of times, he summons these little spiders, and you want to get rid of them, because Rom has multiple phases. And at the beginning of each phase, he will summon more of these spiders. And if you ignore those spiders, they will kick your ass. They will surround you and they will murder you. Also, you have to hit them from the back or from the side, because their heads, you can see their heads are made from this like weird rock-like material. And it just completely absorbs all of your physical damage. So you can't really do much about that. They also do this head dive attack, which, as you can see, does a lot of damage. And I actually thought that was a one-hit kill. Usually, they do have an attack that can kill you in one hit, but it's not the head dive. It's something else. The head dive is also a very nice opportunity for you to lay some waste to them, because usually I think it's a one-hit kill on them if you get them while they got their Stuck's head in the ground, I want to say, but that's more like magical water or something. So this boss fight overall was going really well, and I actually for some time thought that I would be able to do this on my very first try, but you will see later it actually took me 3 tries, because I just got got by some random ass spider. And that was mostly because of their here you can see that Rom is still docile, and the reason why my camera was freaking out there was I got stuck between Rom and the invisible wall that's actually surrounding the arena. So yeah, the reasons why I died it wasn't because of Rom herself. It was actually because one of the little spiders got me with a one-hit kill attack. So once you do enough damage, Rom will teleport herself to a different spot and summon more spiders. And during this second phase, she will start throwing these meteorites at you. Yeah, I got hit by them the first couple times, and after that I learned how to dodge them. It's actually rather easy to dodge them, you just have to go to the left. You can either dodge roll the entire time, but what I found was also pretty easy to do was you can just run to the left. So here once again, so now in this phase you've got the troublesome mission of taking down these spiders while also trying to dodge Rom's magic missiles. Magic missile, magic missile, magic missile! Woo! And I actually managed pretty well on this as well. So a funny thing about Rom, in an interview, Miyazaki, the guy who is responsible for the game, the main director, I think, he referred to Rom actually as a she, and so that's why people mostly assume that Rom was in fact a female person. But I have a different theory. I think, well, to me at least, it seems that in English, often you refer to spiders as female just because they're spiders. And there are actually, in cartoons, you see a lot of female spider characters, unless it's Spider-Man, of course. But yeah, usually if you refer to a spider, you use female pronouns, so he might have just used that because English is not his first language, it's Japanese. So maybe Rom is actually a guy, but he referred to him as a her because of the spider bit. Also, Rom doesn't really look like a spider. For once, Rom has more than 8 legs. Clearly more than 8 legs. Rom also gains this nice explosion attack, which a lot of bosses seem to have explosion attacks. We saw one on Paul, Dark Beast Paul, we saw one on Martyr Logarius, and I think my first death is going to be coming up in just a second. Not quite yet. Should be any second now. I got really lucky on those meteorites. None of them hit me. Or, yeah, none of them hit me, or else I would have been staggered. Lightning really helps against Rom because Rom is one of the enemies classified as kin, and all the kin enemy types are very, very susceptible to lightning. Beasts are susceptible to fire, and Arcane just works on everything. And there I got killed. Yeah. Respawn and run back. So that's the attack you really want to look out for when these spiders attack you. They do this jump forward and slash you with both arms. That's the one-hit kill. They have several different attack patterns. One is a wind-up claw swipe, which they'll do if they're right next to them, which is easy to avoid. You just have to go around them and give them a bit of space. Oh yeah, also, if you have to redo Rom will actually be aggressive right from the start and start summoning spiders, but Rom won't attack you at all. Another attack these spiders have is they jump at you. They do 2 hops and try to get you with that. And the 2 hops, they're harmless. But they got 2 attacks where they just straight up jump at you, and the first one is that head dive, which you saw a few times. Yeah, right there. They actually demonstrated it for me right now. That's nice. So one is the head dive. The head dive is easy to avoid, and it gives you an opportunity to attack them unless you roll twice, like I always do. And then there's the one-hit kill claw swipe jump attack. That was the wind-up attack I was talking about. There's the double jump. So yeah, this entire fight actually went pretty smoothly up until I got God. I just get unlucky sometimes with the attacks and my environmental awareness. Oh, also these spiders have a chance of dropping Madman's knowledge. if you really want a lot of Madman's knowledge, equip the Eye Rune and kill the spiders. Missed the attack. Rom is actually really slow on the turn at first, but once you start attacking her, she gets a bit faster. Though I do really think that Rom is actually used to be a man, because Rom is a male name. Rom actually comes from the Welsh. I love Welsh. Welsh is a really nice language. It just sounds weird, and it has a lot of W's in it. It's weird. But yeah, it comes from Welsh, and it means winding river. So we've got a winding river here in the Moonside Lake, or Moon Lake. I don't know. I don't remember what this lake is called. But it's a really interesting form of symbolism they're using here. Whoa, okay. So apparently these spiders also have like a combo attack where they just walk forward and repeatedly swipe at you. There's actually another enemy in the game that has that, and we will see that one later on. Gotta say, I actually kind of like this post-commentary stuff, even though it was... I usually like to get everything done in one go and not having to go back and put another half an hour of effort into it, but oh well. Maybe I'll actually make a lot more sense this way, and I'll be a little bit more fluid in how I'm talking. Yeah, here you see me rolling a lot. It takes a while until I figure out that you can just run away. And just killing spiders. Still killing spiders. Oh yeah, they also got that attack where they spit some weird gunk at you. I don't know what it is. And there I get repeatedly hit. I almost died there. It looked like I was dead, but I had like 1 HP left. It was amazingly lucky. So there's 2 spiders left, and then we can put some hurt on Rom again. That's the attack where the meteorites actually rise from the ground. And I used to believe that in order to use the other attack, the one where they fall, Rom first had to do the rising attack. But it's not that way. It would be cool if it actually was that way. Like, it can't attack you with falling meteorites unless it first sent a bunch of them into the sky. That would have been really cool if they had implemented that. So now we've got the 3rd phase again, and in just a second we're going to have my 2nd death, because I can actually see it on the timer now. Yep, right there. Just straight up murdered me. Another run back. I'm actually not going to talk over this. Or probably I should talk over this because this is rather boring. I just really love this. I love Bergenworth because it's like this small little building of science right next to the lake, and the moon shines on the lake, and you've got this bit which pretty much leads you straight into the lake. You probably wouldn't have something like that in a regular house. Here comes round 3 against Rom, and spoiler alert, I beat him this time. But first, of course, I have to get through his guardian spiders. Yeah, see, if you get the spiders on the head dive attack while they're still stuck in the ground, it's usually a one-hit kill. And even though it doesn't look like it, I've learned from my previous mistake of attacking spiders in a group. Well, right now I'm still very much attacking spiders in a group, but for the rest of the for the other phases, I usually try to separate them a little more and make sure I can't be attacked by another spider while I'm currently taking out one. Spiders are down. We got another Madman's Knowledge. And now it's time to wail on Rom. So, there's something another interesting thing about Rom actually, and that's inside the lore of Bloodborne, is the title, Rom the Vacuous Spider. So, Rom is kin to the gods that Bergenworth has revered, and actually the cosmic beings that they tried to contact, that they revered, and which Master Willem sought to gain knowledge from by lining his eyes with his brains with eyes. He's lining his eyes with brains. Oh, that would have been crazy. And it seems that one way they tried to pursue this contact with the cosmic beings was by transforming one of their own into kin. Rom actually used to be a person at some point and was probably one of Master Willem's students. And they clearly have succeeded in turning him into a kin. And he's got all of his magic and stuff, but he's nothing more but a beast now. There's absolutely nothing intelligent about him. He doesn't even attack you until you attack him, so it's a pure action and reaction instinct kind of thing. It just defends itself because you're attacking it in the first place. And the game actually references this fact a lot. Like, there was this one lore text that said the Bergenworth spider is sure to reveal nothing, because he can't reveal anything. He's completely gone at this point. And there was also one that said that the spider Bergenworth is hiding all manner of secret rituals, and he's not really hiding them. It's more like he can't tell you because he's gone. Ah yes, there Rom tried to attack me, but well, I was already running because I wanted to position myself for the spiders, and I think that's when I learned that I can just run away from the attacks. Yeah, that was the upwards meteorites again. Kill that spider. It's pretty much smooth sailing from this point on. This time I've got the advantage that most of the spiders aren't really bunched up as much as they used to in the other two tryouts. And there I remarked on the fact that I really wish that Rom's explosion attack actually damaged his spider minions. Yeah, cleaning up the spiders was really easy this time. The spider got me, but thankfully that was not the one-hit KO attack. Rom is shooting the meteorites at me once again. I get my bolt paper on, and I decide it's time to wail on him. And I actually got hit by one of the ground ground meteorites. So Rom actually tries to avoid me a little bit, and Rom actually has melee attacks as well. Despite the fact he very much preferred to attack us with magic the entire time. He gets me with a fucking head bob. And then he rolled over for some magic, and I got the last hit on him. He's dead. I get my kid in cold blood. I get a trophy for beating him for the very first time. I got 22,600 echoes, and there is something in the distance. I walk towards it and discover my blood pile just on the way, which is really fortunate. And then I pick up all of these thousands of blood echoes that I didn't have. And there's a lady standing in the lake. And it's cutscene time. Giant moon baby is all I gotta say to this. Moon baby! Ow! Ow! And this brings us actually back to that one cathedral in the central ward, in the cathedral ward, where we got grabbed by the... Excuse me, where we got grabbed by the amygdala, which is hanging right there. After we acquired the tonsil stone, so we could go to the lecture building. And I realized, and spooked, I realized that there was still a wandering nightmare here, and I spooked him, and I got attacked. But the executioners can't actually kill me in one hit anymore, or even in 2 hits, so I survived that pretty well. For a moment I considered actually fighting him, but then I saw those 2 bullets and I was like, yeah, fuck that. I remark once again that amygdala is actually there. Then I go through this door, which we previously could not open, and enter an entirely new area. Yahagul, the unseen village. Actually, it's not an entirely new area. We've been here before. That guy almost killed me. I don't even know how I didn't manage to get the final hit on him. He only has 1 HP left, it looked like. But yeah, he goes down. And the bodies disappear. If you paid attention at the start of this, when those enemies appeared, there was a bell ringing somewhere. There's a bell maiden somewhere in this area. And we have to kill her, or else these enemies just keep respawning over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Thankfully, just a few steps inside, we get a lantern, and then we take a short glimpse around the courtyard that we found. There's a chair with some dude reclining in it, with a cage on top of his head. Or around his head, rather. And yeah, this is Yahagul, the unseen village. And I actually got shot by that asshole down there. Before he interrupted me, I actually wanted to tell you about all the amygdalas around here. There's one on that tower, there's one over there. Obviously there's the one right next to us, and then there's the one in the tunnel which we just came from. But we're not going through this area just yet. Instead, we're going back to the Hunter's Dream for just a few moments. I realize that I don't need the bolt paper anymore, and I decide to buy some later. Because bolt paper is always nice. And I guess I might be buying it with inside, from the inside shop. Getting some more some more vitality because that's cool.
Farewell, good hunter.
And then I'm looking around, and I remark that after killing Rom, the vacuous spider, in the overworld, down in Yharnam, the sky got crazy, but also here in the dream, the sky has changed because it's now a lot more colorful. Before it was just plain gray. Then I decide to stock up on more blood vials, and as I do that, I remark on something one of the latest patches has added. If you look in the middle column where it says number held 20 of 20, and below that stored 14 of 600. Before the patch, you could only store about 99. Yeah, exactly 99 blood vials in your storage box. Now you can have 600, so that's really fucking sweet. We got 14 in the storage right now. It used to be... I think I had almost 99 actually. And we lost all of that fighting Logarius. And here I search for the correct gravestone to actually warp us to the next place I wanna go through. Here it is, the lecture building. We've been here before, we've picked up the things just in this room. And this is the lecture building, and I think I equip the torch now because I was like, oh, I should probably use that because it's a bit dark, and then I'm like, actually it's not that dark here, so I'm I'm pulling out my pistol again. Here we've got an NPC lurking through the window.
What a joy it is to behold the divine. It must be such a pleasure. You're in the right deck, you know. You're nigh on a beast of the field. But here you are, treading a measure with the gods.
Nigh on a beast of the field.
Are your feet as fat as your wits? Oh, cease this dithering. Take the plunge. Throw yourself to the wolves.
And he just keeps repeating himself. That is Patches. In previous games he was known as Patches the Hyena, or Trusty Patches. In this game he's Patches the Spider. And you will see just why that is in just a few minutes. I really love the aesthetics of this area. I would love to go to a university like this. There I take a look around. I'm actually looking for lore nodes, and I didn't find any. I think they are all on the upper floor. I was waiting in that doorway because I knew there was going to be an enemy dropping from from upstairs. I just didn't know how exactly he would be triggered. We walk through here and pick up some. We pick up a lecture key. And I remark on the fact that this is another corpse wearing the church hunter set, the church set, and I said that it seems like they just used the church hunter corpses as some sort of stock corpse, but then I realized that the corpse we just picked the student set up from is actually wearing the Jarl hunter set, the Yharnam hunter set. So then I said maybe these church corpses have a significance after all. Doing a little walk back because there is a door somewhere. There it is. There's the door. We open the door. We look into the door and there's a lot of these creatures. These creatures are coming at us. Coming right at us. And these weird things who are wearing these student uniforms, they throw this weird stuff at you, this liquid stuff, and they seem to be made of some sort of liquid themselves. They actually get stuck in the door there, which is really cool. And they can attack you through the walls, which is absolutely annoying. And if you kill them, all they drop is quicksilver bullets. And my theory is that they are actually kind of made from quicksilver. Because that would explain the bullets and the weird silver shine they got to them, and the liquid dissipating so fast. Because quicksilver has a very low boiling point. I think it turns into a gas pretty much at. Ooh, was that sedative actually? I think I just got some sedatives out of that one. So yeah, I think quicksilver actually dissipates or turns into gas at room temperature. Thankfully, these guys are very easy to kill. There's just one thing is you can't stagger them. Take a quick look around just to make sure I'm not missing any items, and I actually remark on the fact that I really love how this entire lecture hall looks, because it looks a lot more comfortable than my own lecture halls here at university. It just seems you have a lot of freedom for your legs. Another almost empty room, a little bit dark, so I pull out the torch. A chest, and it has the Auger of Abritas. The Auger of Abritas is one of these items you can only use with a certain arcane stat. And the arcane stat has two uses. One, as you level it up, you actually increase your item discovery rate, which is kind of weird they tied that to a stat, but I guess it kind of also makes sense. And the other thing actually is you can start using these items which act like this game's magic, and each item, as you use it, uses up a certain amount of quicksilver bullets. So if you're not into guns, you can use the magic instead to make use of your quicksilver bullets, pretty much. There's an enemy in here somewhere along the ceiling. I check for it, and right there he is. I was just walking around because I didn't quite remember how to trigger him actually. I pick up the first Madman's Knowledge, and then he falls. Pretty easy kill, and another Madman's Knowledge. We've got so much Madman's Knowledge. Madman's We can probably buy the Bloodstone chunks once they appear in the inside bath. Bloodstone chunks cost you 20 insights, I think. But we've got a lot of these items, and this door leads to a nightmare. The nightmare frontier, to be exact. First things first, light the lantern, then step out of a cave. And I realized that there was probably a wandering nightmare somewhere around here. And there it is. Pretty easy to kill too. And it gives us some bloodstone shards, which isn't the best, but it means we can probably level up one of our other sidearms. The Reiter Palash, for example. Down in the fog, this is just a little overview of the area. You can see like masts sticking out of the fog, and down there is a tower with an arena-like looking courtyard, which is probably going to be where the boss is going to be. But first we have to find our way down there. You can kind of get a little glimpse of what this area is going to be like. But that's actually where I decide to stop for the day. And I'm going to go through this area with my axe, because as I previously mentioned, it has the beasts, the damage bonus to beasts. And there are a lot of beasts running around this area, so extra damage to them should be rather useful. So that's gonna be it. Next time we're going to go through this entire area. There probably won't be any time for the boss fight, so there's gonna be the area and then the next boss fight, and then we should be set for our rematch with Martyr Logarius. And I'll kick his ass once and for all. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and goodbye.